Man. Come on. I really like this company. I wish I didn't have to give this news, guys. God dang it. Well, it is what it is. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trades, where we get technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Let's get into the video. Today, we're going to be looking at ticker symbol VYNE, VYNE Therapeutics. My friends, I have been asked by quite a few people to cover this because I think some people are panicked, a little bit worried, and we've got some news, some news to talk about. So we're going to look at the fundamentals of the company, right? The why. To be completely transparent, I don't presently have a position in VYNE, right? I always want to tell you guys how it is. I don't want to pump or dump, right? I'm just giving the information straight as I see it to help you guys out as much as I can. So with that being said, I'll show you really quick. These are my positions currently on my Webull account. I am in the AMC fight still. Sends down just a hair. Whammy down just a hair, right? I did just establish these positions, and then I do have a couple of calls on AGTC, which actually have been doing pretty well. It's up to about $6.38 right now, but that's not important. Anyways, I don't currently have a position in VYNE, to be completely transparent, and I've got no reason to pump this. So what does the company do? What's the why, right? We're gonna go over that. We're gonna look at some recent news, some financial statements, right? Just look at the fundamentals. What is important, right? We've got this this huge overlying 1-to-4 reverse split, which has got a lot of people freaking out, and we got to just clear the air here for people out there who are wondering, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the chart in case you do decide to continue investing in this company and you're looking for a good entry point. So we're looking at this on the 1-month chart as well as the 1-day, 1-minute chart to get both a macroscopic and microscopic perspective of the price action, right? I've got a couple different indicators pulled up. The RSI, which is the relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. And then we've got the 200 EMA and the 15-day MA. The 200 EMA is this purple trend line. That is the exponential moving average. This is a price action-based valuation trend line over a 200-day moving period. And then we've got the 15-day MA, which is the moving average. Some brokerage accounts call this the SMA, the simple moving average. They are one and the same. And this is a price action-based valuation trend line over a 15-day moving period, which gives us a microscopic perspective of price action. We use both of these indicators side by side so we can predict upcoming breakouts and upcoming pullbacks. And unfortunately, we are on our way to an upcoming pullback, and we will get into this in just a minute. So we're going to look at some potential entry points if you are looking to establish a position in VYNE. We got a lot to talk about, so let's just get into the video. So what does this company do? What is the why? VYNE Therapeutics is a biopharmaceutical company. The company is focused on the development and commercialization of serlopitant for the treatment of pruritus associated with dermatological conditions, such as atopic dermatitis, psoriasis, and prurigo nodularis. The company is focused on developing and commercializing a variety of solutions using its molecule stabilizing technology, MST. The company has a commercial stage product, AMZEEQ, and several late stage product candidates. It is also evaluating the use of serlopitant for the treatment of refractory chronic cough. The company's serlopitant is a small molecule, highly selective NK1R antagonist. It is developing a serlopitant as a once daily oral tablet therapy. We check out their website really quick. We're just going to pull this up for you, and we can take a peek at what they are. I mean, VYNE Therapeutics is working to solve some of today's most difficult therapeutic challenges. With every problem we take on, our approach is the same. Question traditional assumptions and find a better solution. So they've got this MST-TM, molecule stabilizing technology. Learn about the technology that is foundational to VYNE innovations, right? If we want to look at their pipeline, we can take a peek at some of the different products that they have. They've got AMZEEQ, which was already FDA approved, Zilxi, which was also FDA approved, and the FCD 105 foam, which has been approved for phase 2. So we are waiting for that phase 3 and FDA approval on that FCD 105 foam. And if we do want to take a peek at what that is, right, we can come down here to the FCD 105 and take a peek. So it works with this acne vulgaris, right, which is a medical condition that causes this sort of acne, right? And FCD 105 is a proprietary 3% minocycline, 0.3% adapalene combination foam formulation under investigation for the treatment of moderate to severe acne vulgaris. FCD 105 combines the bacteriostatic and anti-inflammatory properties of minocycline with the third-generation retinoid adapalene, which acts in regulating... Man, I'm so sick of saying these freaking huge words. It's so hard. Anyways, which acts in regulating the differentiation of follicular epithelial cells. Oral minocycline and topical adapalene products are approved for use in the treatment of acne vulgaris in the United States. So they've got the 3-week and 3-month dermal toxicity completed. They've got the positive phase 2 study top-line results reported in Q2. And they've got phase 3 programs to start at 1H of 2021. 2021. So some pretty good products. They've got good things in the works. It seems like a pretty solid company at first glance. And if we look at their investor overview, right, look at their recent press releases, they do have this. And this is ugly. I don't like seeing. No investor likes seeing a reverse stock split. We're just going to read this quick and I'll give you my 2 cents on what this means, right? So let's read this article. VYNE Therapeutics today announced that its board of directors has approved a reverse stock split of the company's common stock at a ratio of 1-for-4. The reverse stock split was previously approved by stockholders at the annual meeting of stockholders held on August 3rd, 2020. And just because it was approved doesn't mean that it needs to be exercised, right? So it was approved back in August 3rd of 2020, and they decided not to exercise this until now. Okay. VYNE's common stock will begin trading on a split adjusted basis on the NASDAQ at the market open on February 16th, 2021. Once effective, the reverse stock split will reduce the number of shares of common stock issued and outstanding from approximately 205 million to approximately 51 million. So if you own 4 shares, they become 1 share. 1 share right now is trading at what appears to be about $2.55. So your 4 shares of $2.55 would become 1 share at about $10. That is how a 4-to-1 reverse stock split works. No fractional shares will be issued as a result of the reverse stock split. In lieu thereof, the company's transfer agent will aggregate all fractional shares and sell them as soon as practicable after the effective time at the then prevailing prices on the open market. After the transfer agent's completion of such sale, stockholders who would have been entitled to a fractional share as a result of the reverse stock split will instead receive a cash payment from the transfer agent in an amount equal to the respective pro rata share of the total proceeds of their sale. So if you don't have 4 multiples of your shares, right, you're just going to receive cash in compensation for the extra shares that you owned. The primary objective of the reverse stock split is to reduce the number of shares outstanding to a number more consistent with other companies with similar market capitalizations as VYNE, as further described in the company's last proxy statement. So the reasoning that most companies get a reverse stock split, right, is because they're worried about maintaining NASDAQ compliance, and that wasn't an issue with VYNE. So I think a lot of people were kind of blindsided by this. We're trading at $2.55. What's the worry about, holding up that $1 mark, So I think some people are freaked out. That's because usually a reverse stock split is a sign of weakness in a company. It indicates that the company's management team does not think they're going to be able to maintain that compliance. But they say right here in this statement, right, the primary objective of the reverse stock split is to reduce the number of shares outstanding to a number more consistent with other companies with similar market caps as VYNE. The trading symbol for the company's stock will remain as VYNE. The new QSIB number for the company's common stock following reverse stock split is 92941V209. So that is what the reasoning behind the reverse stock split was, and you are seeing a massive, massive sell-off because of this. I think people are really, really freaking out. They went from $3.23 down to about $2.55, literally stair-stepping lower lows and lower highs, which is not what you want to see whatsoever in a stock, regardless of why they did it, right? It's important to recognize why a company did something, but just because they had good intentions, right? They wanted the similar amount of shares as other companies with similar market caps, right? That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be received well. And it's not being received well at the moment. And that's the truth. So, what do you do here? Well, I don't have a position. We're going to look at their overall annual revenue first before we get into that, right? And their gross profit, they do not have any. They've got no gross profit as of now. Their overall revenue, they had none as compared to 2018, which is a 100% decrease, right? Assuming because they are working on some different products that they have in the pipeline. That would be my reasoning, but take that for what it is. I'm not a financial advisor. That is just my personal opinion. So, with this being said, what should you do if you have a position in VYNE or you're looking to establish a position in VYNE? Personally, I'm going to watch this from the sidelines. I don't like unpredictability a whole lot. And as we've seen right now with this reverse stock split, even though the company had good intentions, right? The sentiment of the public right now, the retail investor, does not appear to be that good, right? I'm going to be interested to see what their institutional ownership looks like, if that has changed at all. And we can just take a quick peek just by the off chance that it has. So does VYNE institutional ownership? Last time I tried typing this, I couldn't get it to save my life. So we're just going to take a peek on Fintel. This is usually updated pretty frequently. And as it sits right now, you can see that Janus Henderson Group PLC now has 0 current shares and 0% ownership, which I would assume is a pretty drastic update. Now, I don't know what they previously had before that, but that is I don't know why they would report this on this 13G if they did not previously have a stake. So Janus got out. They got out. They did not like that at all. BlackRock previously, as of February 2nd, had a stake of about 7.1% and almost 12 million total shares in VYNE. So that's a pretty good stake. I'm going to be interested to see if other companies decide to follow suit with Janus Henderson Group PLC, right? Because if they do, you want to follow big money. And if big money gets out of this play, I hate to say it, I really do, but that would mean to me, this is probably something you might want to come back to at a later date. I'm going to stay out of this. I'm going to stay out of it. But if you are considering establishing a position, right, you want to get into this when it's super, super cheap, right? Remember that whatever you buy in right now, it's going to multiply by 4. Your 4 shares will become 1, and you'll be holding this at $2.55 instead of about $10.10 or so. If I did my math right. I'm not a great math guy. I think it's 10.20. But regardless, the charts right now, we are about to have the 15 MA crossback under the 200 EMA, which is a sign of an upcoming bearish run, right? This is absolutely disgusting stair-stepping down. That's about as bad as it can possibly get, to be honest with you. Volume, not great. It is down a little bit. We saw a little bit of a push here in green volume at the open yesterday, but since it's just been a slow bleed. These bleeders suck, my friends, because you don't know what to do. It's almost better for a stock to just immediately sell off, because then you know to get out, right? But when it bleeds like this, you just have that hope. You're just hanging on to hope. You're like, man, maybe trader sentiment will change, but I don't know. The risk seems very high to me with VYNE at this point. I was very bullish on VYNE before, and I might be here in the future again, right? But as of now, I think it's a little more safe to sit this out on the sidelines until you see how people react when this does come out as a 4-to-1 reverse split, right? So keep that in the back of your mind. About to enter a bearish run on the RSI, sitting at 30, so pretty oversold. A lot of selling pressure, a lot of selling momentum. There actually seems to be some shorting opportunities here, I would say. I'm not personally going to short this. I don't short companies, right? But if you are interested in doing so, it does appear that is the overall momentum, and you do have the 15 MA crossing underneath the 200 EMA here. It's in a very clean downward moving channel right now. We always look for 3 touch points. We indeed do have that, right? We've got 1, 2, 3 different touch points, and we have a descending level of support as well. So you can see this right here. 3 touch points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? In order to break out of this, we need to break above this descending level of resistance. So it's in a harsh downward moving channel, my friends. That looks pretty rough. As far as an entry point goes, we do know that we have, a fallback position right around here, but that's a ways down. That's a pretty harsh ways down. And from there, we maybe have another fallback position right about here at about $2.39 with 1. We always look for 3 touch points. Remember that. 1 touch point, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different touch points here. So that is another validated level of support, right? So we know that we've got $2.39 and $1.98. It's tough to say if it's going to fall all the way down to there, today, and then come the next market open, right? Which would be, I think if I remember right, February 16th. It's going to be a 4-to-1, so it'll end up being whatever the price is at the end of the day today times 4, and it may very well continue to bleed after that. So keep that in the back of your mind. That's how the chart setup looks right now. If you're looking for an entry point, I think the safest one is going to be $1.98, right? But it may bounce here. It's going to depend. If you see a wide range candle bounce off of this level of support, right? That would to me indicate that you have found the bottom, at least for now. But that is going to look like this. This is a wide range candle. So if you see it come down here and test this level of support, you see it drop down, right? And you follow this up with a small candle like this. That to me does not indicate that we have found the bottom. I would look for a hard bounce with that wide range candle where you see it come up like this and either match it or come very close to the previous candle, right? The 1 hour candle. That to me is going to indicate that you have probably found the bottom, at least for now. But as I stated before, my friends, I do think there's a lot more risk involved with VYNE than there was previously. I am not personally going to be taking a position in this until I can watch this from the sidelines for a little while. I am 100% content missing out on a run if it does end up happening, just because the risk involved with a reverse split. So wanted to give you guys a quick update. Wanted to give you guys the chart setup if you were interested in hopping into this regardless. If we look at this on the 1 day, 1 minute chart really quick, I'm just going to delete everything that we have up here so we can keep this nice and clean. If you want to go back and check that out, you can do so. Just rewind the video and pause it. But you guys can see this pretty plain and simple. This isn't a disgusting, not even a good way, in a bad way, bad downward moving channel. So it's just setting lower lows, lower highs, choppy price action here in the pre-market, typically indicating there's not a lot of volume. Not a lot of volume means there's probably not a lot of interest. So that is currently where VYNE is sitting, my friends. I hate that I have to break it to you, but that was not on my radar. That was not on my radar. I did not think that VYNE was going to exercise a reverse split. So that is what I have for the video today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop a like if you did. It really does help support the channel. And consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. Webull is the brokerage platform you're watching me use right now. This is version 4 for the desktop. If you use my link, you get 2 free stocks with a $100 deposit. I receive a free stock. Great way to support the channel, my friends. And if you're not interested, that's totally fine. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.